Hey there, guys, and welcome to episode 21 of the Smashing Crossbar podcast. My name is Josh, and today I'm joined by Ben from Corner Flag Games. Mate, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, mate. It's been a while, but I'm back.
You're back. It's been a while. I had to fly solo last week, so apologies to everyone else who had to witness that.
You did fine, mate. You did fine.
But yeah, no, obviously Ben back on board this week to obviously dissect the game against Perth, 2-0 loss, and to talk F3 Derby, which finally he has been to one. Went to one last year, mate. How was your experience with that?
My experience in my first derby was I would have ate to have missed it.
I was waiting for it. Didn't even have to freaking get him to dissect that joke. He just straight off the top of your head. I like it. So it's amazing how it's still very fresh in the mind.
Very fresh in the mind, especially when Twitter posted a video earlier this week about that win, highlighting all the goals.
Yes, there's a lot to go through. It's fantastic.
And the only thing I took from that highlight package that I rewatched was that both the goals for the Coast were set up by none other than Mr. Andrew Hull.
Mr. Andrew. Well, yeah, there was a few that scored there by the returning man, Mr. O'Donovan.
Yes.
So we'll talk a little bit about that, obviously, in the episode. So yeah, pretty much this episode we're just going to obviously talk about our thoughts, obviously, on the game against Perth. As we said, 2-0 loss, and we'll get through our thoughts of results with the derby coming up, and obviously I have up-to-date scores of the EPL tips.
Ooh.
Some of the guys may be very keen to know where they stand. Some others may not.
I'm going to be down at the bottom somewhere.
But we will get those ones through and see who's obviously leading the competition at the moment. So yeah. Anyway, so we'll move on. Obviously, the game against Perth, 2-0 loss. Did you watch the game, mate, on TV?
I did.
You did, mate. I'll get your thoughts. But before that, I will say, after obviously being there, I was there with obviously my whole family and so forth. Thanks to Laurie and the Jets for donating the Skybox to MS Australia, which was fantastic. And we ended up winning that at an auction. So all proceeds going to MS Australia, which I can't stress enough. If you do any charity work or stuff like that, or like giving a donation once a year or something, worthy cause to
Well
obviously.
worthy.
But yeah, obviously set up there in the Skybox wasn't the best experience considering it was flogging down with rain the whole time.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it started well. First 60 seconds, that shot on goal, mate. I thought we were in for a treat.
Oh, yeah. Jair, the master.
So yeah, we'll we'll call it that. We'll call it that. What can you say, mate? He's getting there.
He's
a lot slower than I thought.
Nah.
His fitness was lacking when he came, and as I said, he was no Vargas, and he wasn't a Rodriguez, where obviously he'd come straight from a training pitch 3 days ago and straight onto another one when he come to last. So he definitely needed a lot of fitness, and it's definitely showing that it's working, and he is improving. So time will tell.
From what I remember hearing on the Fox Sports broadcast, I think they said something like he's lost 8 kilos or something. He's a big unit, but he does look like he's lost 8 kilos.
Well, he's probably lost about probably lost a kilo and a half off each bloody knee from the other week's sliding efforts.
Oh yeah,
seen him at Jets HQ the other day, and yeah, donning the knee pads and that at training, and they're all taped up on game day. It's quite hilarious.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, obviously, other than that, did end up eventually getting done 2-0. The second half, what wasn't fantastic. I don't think we done terrible. I don't think we played overly bad or anything like that. I think at the end of the day, I think Ernie said it best. We just we got beat by a world-class outfit.
Yeah.
And I think Perth this year are that. I think, from the players they've got to the coaching staff they've got, and at the same time they are our bogey side. But I'm happy to see them up the top.
Yeah.
I'd much rather see a team like that who is a founding club and obviously been there since the NSL days. Obviously, finally doing well, and hopefully they're up there at the end of the season.
Well overdue, and I must admit it is very nice to see. But
Yeah,
in all seriousness, no, I tend to agree with you. I don't think we played badly at all. I mean, leaps and bounds considering that 3-0 drubbing we copped from City. But no, it's getting there. Jair, on the other hand, I did say from the start of the season I wasn't expecting miracles before the halfway point of the season.
Yep.
But he's getting in there. His agility is picking up as well, due to the dropping of the weight. He's getting up those headers. It's nice to finally have somebody who can head the ball. And he's looking at a dangerous outfit in regards to the clinical getting his head on the ball like Oriera did when he first made his A-League debut.
Yep.
Which is very nice to see. And part of our game that hasn't been overly strong in recent memory. So it's nice to see a bloke that can head a ball. He did get unlucky with that smasher that hit the inside of the post.
Very, very
unlucky. He was a man who wants goals, and you know what? He'll get them. But unfortunately, it just wasn't his day. I don't know whether it was the flogging down of rain that sort of caused that, or he was just very, very, very unlucky, and the stars just didn't align for him. Big Nige was struggling in the early part of the game I wouldn't even say they were playing on a pitch. They were playing in a bucket of water. Poor Nige just couldn't hold his ground, and unfortunately, players were sliding in everywhere in the box, and it cost us that penalty.
Yep. Which I personally very soft, if at all, a penalty as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. I'd say if at all penalty, mate.
Yeah.
If at all.
Obviously, before we go further into it, we will go through the lineup. Obviously, it was pretty much unchanged. Glenn Moss, Boogs, Kanarowski, Ugarkovic, Petrados, Jair, Vargas, Voyotso, Shepherd, Jajewski, and Topper. Obviously, rounding off the starting 11 with Hoffy, Cowburn, Katumbas, Italiano, and Redenton off the bench. So, mate, it's a pretty, as I said, we're pretty much at full strength there.
Yeah, roundabout.
You know what I mean? When you obviously the couple that are going to come in this week, which we'll talk about shortly, we can't get any better. We can't get much better than what we are right now. We'll gain O'Donovan this week, which is going to be interesting. Obviously everyone's getting excited and everyone wants to see him play and stuff like that, but it ain't going to be like round 1 last year.
No way.
You know what I mean? He ain't going to come in. If he does, by all means, I'll eat me at.
Yeah.
But I do not see him coming out and belting 3 past the coast, even as poorly as they're playing right now.
Yeah.
I dare say his game plan will be to virtually just get on the pitch and just knock that ball around. Play feet, play simple shit.
Yeah.
If you get into a scoring opportunity, have it. Yeah, let's just get the match fitness back into your legs and so forth.
Going back to Perth's lineup. Perth's lined up with a 3-4-1-2 of Reddy in goal. Who, even though we were unlucky and we did have a lot of cracks and attempts and shit like that, he was a man who was on fire. He doesn't do it very often, but he does have that one game every season where he just come out and absolutely blitzes it.
Well, he'd have to, mate. He's the biggest whore in the A-League.
Well, yeah, but he's always got that one game every season where he comes out and just as an absolute fucking blinder.
Well, he needs to, mate. As I said, he's a whore, and he somehow gets off contract at one club and does something once a year to warrant another contract somewhere else.
Yeah, and I dare say that it was that game. 3 in the back line with Julbic, Marcella, and Shane Lowry. 4 in their midfield with Franjic, Wilson, Kilkenny, Davidson, Economides in the attacking midfield, and Keogh and Chianese up front. In saying that, the reason why I've gone out and mentioned their lineup and players is that after they got their 2 goals, albeit, class, they threw 11 behind the ball for the rest of the game.
Correct.
That three at the back went to a five at the back with two holding midfielders in Kilkenny and Wilson,
Yep.
and they just basically dropped, and then they went to almost a vertical three of Economidis, Keogh, and Chianese up top to just go one through one.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the main thing I want on, because I know you love him, the whole 30-minute substitution with Voyutsa for Hoffman.
Yeah.
Voyutsa goes off for Hoffy, not injured as far as we're aware. Pretty much from what most can gather, a technical substitution. Your thoughts on the substitution?
Voyutsa did well to get himself a starting berth. I am of the opinion that I believe that had he not been injured, he'd have nailed down that position earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Over the likes of Lockie Jackson. From what I understood, Voyutsa was very unlucky to get ripped. At that point. Voyutsa, it is well documented, Voyutsa is known as from what I see, in my personal opinion, he's a very attacking fullback.
Yep.
He's got pace to burn as well. But, he does his job. He manages to knock the ball past oncoming midfielders and get in good attacking positions. Unfortunately, the only thing that he don't really have is a goal scoring record from that position.
Mm-hmm.
Hoffy is proven to score goals, and I think that is the only reason as to why Voyutsa may have got the rip.
Yep.
For somebody who is proven at this level to be able to score goals from that wider position, whether it be fullback or in the midfield like Hoffy has done.
Yeah. Well, obviously that substitution then
Merrick was looking for goals. That's what it was.
Oh, 100%. And, with that substitution then came Kianarowski slotting back into the back line.
Playing three at the back.
Which I had no dramas with. As far as I'm concerned, I'll put it right out. Kianarowski got my 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
He played unbelievable. He's everywhere. He's again, the whole factor of him being able to then change all that after half an hour and go back to the back line and switch on and play in the back line and virtually concede nothing in the second half.
Yeah.
For me, was brilliant, and obviously the reason why I gave him 3 points. But look, as you said, the boys played that. You know what I mean? If anything, Boogs had a shocker.
Yeah.
And compared to most, and again, it wasn't overly noticeable that he played really shit. It was just the fact that there wasn't really any standouts, but there wasn't really any weak links. It was just as we said, a penalty that probably shouldn't have been given, and good goal.
Yeah. Sloppy defensive work, sloppy clearance.
Yeah.
Is what I put that second one down to. But yeah, interesting system that Merrick reverted to. Going with the three at the back and slotting in Kanarowski and pushing Georgievski and Hoffman into that midfield. I dare say that had he run with the same formation instead of changing to a three at the back, I dare say Voyutsa wouldn't have had the rip. Voyutsa's not known to play as a midfielder, although I do believe, in my opinion, that he could probably pull it off with a little bit of work.
Yeah.
I think it was he ended up being the unlucky one of the 11.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't playing badly either. He was actually playing quite well.
No, absolutely. At the same time, it's the Jets itself with it were unlucky. Conceding a penalty after 2 minutes. Well, having a very good chance on goal within the first 60 seconds, and then within 2 minutes later, conceding a penalty and the goal going in. Well, it can't be, best for your confidence. You know what I mean? It's shit. Straight on the back foot. Not good.
Yeah, not
right.
At
the same time, they're professionals and they had more than an hour to counteract it, but wasn't to be. But yeah,
we were throwing everything in the kitchen sink from that 30-minute mark.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
and we held that sort of pressure for the remaining 60 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, and that's it. Obviously, Shepherd coming off for Redenton was, in my books, I'm hoping Shepherd was knackered because, as far
I
as I'm
dare say
concerned,
it would be.
he's looking pretty good. He's looking him. I'd love to see Shepherd and O'Donovan top. That'd be very interesting. Two very strong guys, on and off the ball. And as far as I'm concerned, I would class Shepherd as a smart player. He plays very smart. He knows where to be. He doesn't chase everything.
Yep.
As much as that's an advantage for someone like Naboot, who is actually training at the Jets at the moment.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And was very good. He's very good for us last year. Shepherd, he's a smart attacker, and so is O'Donovan. They run if they have to, and they don't. If they don't have to, it's pretty much they like to conserve their energy. And
he's very much in the opposite mold of Naboot. Naboot will chase everything, whether he knows he's going to get it or not. Shepherd's got quite a very good game sense for somebody who hasn't played at this sort of level before either. Yep. He knows when to and when not to, and he's also very, very good, and one of the only players in our team that knows how to really use their body to their advantage.
Yep.
To get what he wants. It's very unfortunate timing for Shepherd. I'd like to see Shepherd get a consistent starting run over Hoffman, and here come all the Hoffy haters. But I'd actually like to see Shepherd get a decent run. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. What hurt him in that sort of regard was getting injured a couple of weeks ago and was out for a few weeks. I dare say had he not had that injury, 3 or 4 weeks ago, that he would have had that consistent run of game. And with O'Donovan coming back now as well, I dare say that he's going to be. Unfortunately, he's got the level, and I think the lad's very good, and it's a good pickup for the Jets. And I don't understand why we were starting Offie over him, especially after what I've seen of Shepherd in the past couple of games.
Yeah.
In my opinion, much better option up top. But unfortunate circumstance and unfortunate timing will probably see him, I dare say, drop to the bench again.
Yeah. Well, as I said, it's very interesting players that we bring in, and like Mitch Austin, who has virtually even seen the bench. I don't believe he's in or anything like that. I still believe he's okay. So, it's very interesting to see that he's not making the bench and so forth over someone like Shepherd. So that to me just proves right there that obviously Shepherd's ability and skills and obviously what Ernie's seen in him is definitely what he wants for his team, and that can be the only, as far as I'm concerned, the Austin's not even getting a selection on the bench because obviously there are only so many spots, and if a young bloke like that's getting one over you, well, he's looking the goods. He's the goods. So
and very much an interesting situation when they start swapping out Jair and making Redenton play in his place.
Yeah, well,
never known Redenton to be a wider player. I dare say that Mitch Austin is a carbon copy fit for that spot.
Yeah,
but Merrick must see something in his game out wide to be able to be a provider of some description. I must admit, the more I'm seeing of Redenton, the less I'm actually liking.
Yeah, right. There you go.
I just don't understand, and I said this at the start of the season, I don't understand why Redenton was brought in and where he sort of fits. Obviously, Ernie sees a spot for him somewhere in our midfield, but I just don't. It's just the little things of his game that I'm starting to see that I'm just going, maybe not. And those little things are now starting to mount up into one big thing.
Yep.
As a player, I don't think he's particularly strong on the ball. He's had He's had 2 sitters that he's blazed.
Yep.
It could also be nerves and whatever, but we're rounds in, and you played at the Phoenix beforehand. You should be able to take those nerves at senior level, A-League level now, and
yep. Yeah, I was going to say he's played plenty more to know what the A-League's all about. So you can't really call it common nerves coming to it. Ernie said it best, I think, at the end of the game presser. He said that it's very hard to get past 8 plays camped on the 18-yard. I'm not criticising their style of play. It's what they had to do, and it's why they're at the top of the league. So, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know what I mean? They're not stupid. It's not classy football, and it's not what the fans want to see. But at the end of the day, if it
gets results,
and you pick up points, well, no one's going to be angry at you other than obviously the opposition.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, look, it's it was a bad result, but again, one that not many people would have seen as a surprise. You know what I mean? We unfortunately get beat by Perth, and we'd like to think, and we care to witness, but yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to go to Perth this year and do it again like we did this year.
Yeah, correct.
Beat them over in their own patch. So, but good result again. Dimi Petrados was all over the place. 101 touches, 73 passes, 8 chances created, and again, that's the problem there.
Our attacking midfield in general was very strong.
Yeah, and again, like the numbers game, and obviously the results, obviously, of players, if how their statistics of how they've gone in that game. It's 99% of everyone in the last 9 rounds or whatever. Those chances created are always high.
Yeah,
whether it's Dimi, whether it's Vargas, or whoever, the chances are always high. But unfortunately, the result at the end of it is always low.
Yeah.
So once we start creating some of those chances, we should be burying sides. Hopefully, starting this week with another 8-0. Hopefully, they don't score any. They shouldn't score any with the friggin' plays they got at the moment, but we'll soon see. So on that note, mate, if you mightily tough to dissect a 3-2-1 out of that, but
okay. So my 3-2-1. I'm going to give. It is a very difficult one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to give more players, even 1 point or 2 point, because it's hard to pick because they all played considerably well. But bear in mind, Boogs had a bit of a rough one.
Yep.
But if I'm going to go with it, I'm going to go Georgeski at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Kane Shepherd at 2.
Yep.
And Jair at 1.
Yeah, right. There you go. Well, yeah, no, I think, don't quote me, because I think I've got it here. I think I've got it on my phone what I tipped last week. Here we go. So, yeah, I went Cannon with 3, Stevie UG with 2,
mm-hmm.
and Shepherd with 1. So, yeah, that's my 3-2-1. Look, it's good to see. It's good to see that everybody, not the same person every is really getting, into the 3-2-1 from my point of view, and obviously your point of view. I mean, there are a lot of standouts, and again, we're two blokes who don't know what we're talking about, according to Fox Sports. So, because I can't remember if it was last week or the week before, I picked someone who I thought, Mossy. Yeah. Mossy should have got 3 points as far as I'm concerned, and they ended up giving it to Jair, I think. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, whatever. But, so be it. Again, we're not...
we don't get paid the big bucks.
We don't get... That's exactly right, mate. We definitely don't get paid the big bucks as much as I'm sure we'd like. But we will move into the F3 derby, the big one. The one obviously everyone looks forward to, hopefully at least twice a year, home and away, if not a third. The 44 games played, past 3 games, we've won all of those. 8-2 win, 2-0 win, and a 5-1 victory. Two out of the 3 being away. So, and 2 of the biggest scorelines being away. Obviously, 2-0 victory at home, the other 2 big scorelines. 52 goals scored to the Jets, 53 to the Coast.
Yeah.
Leading goal scorers, obviously the big man Joel Griffiths and Matt Simon for the Mariners, which is quite surprising that Matt Simon's the leading goal scorer in this fixture. You don't score many for a striker as far as I'm concerned.
No.
And obviously the best result being the 8-2 victory last year, which you were at, mate.
I was.
Good time for a first F3 derby. Can't get much better than that.
Yeah, it's also good for those who are standing in Newcastle Jet photos and not paying attention.
Very true. Very true. Yeah.
What's going on, mate? You had your back to the camera.
Yeah, well, what can you say? What can you say? It's one of those things. I can't be everywhere. I can't be. Before we get into the big one, obviously, though, we will talk about the youth fixture. So again, if you're free tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 kickoff down at Adamstown Oval. The youth side are taking on the Central Coast Mariners. So early derby before Sunday Arvo.
Early derby before the big derby.
The mini derby.
Yeah, the junior F3.
The junior F3, absolutely. So, look, it's going to be interesting what's going to happen here, obviously, in the youth side, who he's going to put in there. I don't think he's brought out a team sheet as of yet.
Nah, Labby hasn't yet.
So, Mitch Austin will play in this junior squad. He wasn't selected in the travel-on squad to Gosford, so he's already played in a number of the youth squad games already, so I'd say he'll be there this week again. So, as I said, fit, he's ready to go. So, the fact that he's dwindling down the bottom of the system and obviously not up where I'm sure he'd like to be is very interesting as far as I'm concerned, because we could possibly use his pace every now and then.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, Ernie's gone with pretty much an unchanged lineup. Obviously the ins, Lockie Jackson's been promoted, Angus Thurgate promoted, and the big one, Roy O'Donovan, returns from suspension. So with that said, only left with Mr. Joey Champness, the only person who is unavailable for selection.
Correct.
So that makes it that we are pretty much 99% at full strength. So, probably not. We won't say it this week, but obviously, as of the new year, we should be looking to fire. Hopefully, we don't pick time, but no excuses as far as put it that way.
Yeah.
Central Coast Mariners, they're in a world of trouble. They're pretty much gone with the same squad that played last week, other than obviously Kakaris has come in. Jacob Melling has also come in. He struck down with illness, as far as I'm concerned. As far as I know. So
yeah.
Unavailabilities for them, that's where it kills them. Tommy Orr, knee. Corey Jamaro's got the calf injury. Ross McCormack, obviously back over in England at the moment, getting knee treatment, and Ben Kanarowski and Tom Hayer with
Harari.
Thank you, Mr. Ben.
You need to eat your tongue while you're saying it. Harari.
No, thank you. I like my tongue. But yeah, so we will get into it a little bit.
Before we go too much further, before we knock off the squad announcements, I'm just having a look at the.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's fine. I thought I found something in their squad, but it's all fine. It's just that Fox Sports haven't put it on their. Oh well, the Jets haven't put it on their website properly. The Mariners announced their squads, and I only noticed that it had one goalkeeper, and I'm pretty sure A-League rules state that you've got to have one on and one on the bench.
Mm.
But they do. They've got Joe Gauchi as a backup. They've got Joe Gauchi as a backup, but they just haven't put GK next to his name, so I've just been having a search. Interesting interesting players in the Mariners lineup, which will
Yep.
could spark some controversy. Or Hall always does.
Yeah.
But young ex-Jet goalkeeper Adam Pearce.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly right. He ended up moving there, I think, at the end of last season. So he, as I said, it's no different to Ben Keating.
Yep.
You need game time, and if that's all that's on offer, you take it. You're not going to sit there and go, "I'm not Central Coast Mariners and la-di-da," and if that's the only option you've got, you take it. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to hate you for it. As I said, Kennedy comes out every time. I felt sorry for him last year in the 8-2 loss. He's like the one person I felt sorry for most.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, no one. It's at times, after obviously watching a few of those goals, you think that he helped us, as far as I'm concerned. There's plenty of soft ones there he should have got.
Oh yeah, 100%. But the other one that sticks out like a sore thumb is Mario Chabot.
Yes, Mr. Chabot. Good player.
Oh,
good player. At the end of the day, you've only got so many spots, and unfortunately, he wasn't going to cut with us, so we had to go, at a game. Another thing. Good luck to him, and hopefully he finds a better club maybe next year.
Yeah.
or when his contract runs out. But yeah, so obviously, we know what's at stake. Obviously, 3 points is a must. We can't get beat. We need to finish off, obviously, the year inside that top 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a win for us. We can't go there expecting anything else. We shouldn't get anything other than 3 points, as far as I'm concerned. But
yeah, I agree.
We've seen silly things happen.
We have.
The big one in regards to not so much the game itself, but after this game on Sunday, we will have played. So take into consideration, if we win, we'll make 6.
Yeah.
We will have played after we played the Coast on Sunday, every A-League team. So we'll have at least played everyone once.
Yep.
So, it's pretty much we need to start shaping things up from the new year. You know what I mean? Like, there are teams there that haven't played everyone yet.
Mm.
But, we're lucky enough where we've had a hit out with every club in the A-League. So, we need to move on, obviously, with better results in some of those fixtures we've played already. But
to be fair, we've been on the road a lot too.
No, absolutely. Definitely have, as I said, but at the end of the day, we're not. So, before we get into our tips and obviously scorelines and stuff like that, Laurie brought out a statement which has had absolutely funny. I don't know if I tagged you in it. Massive controversy on Facebook and so forth. Virtually all the Central Coast fans slamming him and so forth because he put on there that, all the Jets fans to meet at the Gosford Hotel at 12 p.m. on Sunday afternoon with the march to commence at 4:45, I think, or 4:15, one of the two. And, getting everyone there and as many people in as we possibly can. And obviously all the Central Coast fans have a dig at him and stuff like that. Apparently, he's condoning drinking and all this sort of shit and la-di-da and all that stuff. And, we'll just clarify that he stated that from 12 o'clock at the Gosford Hotel, didn't state at 12 o'clock.
We're all going to be sinking piss.
From 12 o'clock at the Gosford Hotel, from 12 till 3 for all Jets fans wearing, Jets colours and so forth. And I'll be there. Joel Griffiths will be there. We'll be smashing back beers and stuff like that and shandies and everything else. So feel free to come in, smash a few, and we'll then stumble down to the stadium and listen to the brass band. There was none of that. It was pretty much what you do at the pub is your own leisure. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of families coming down with kids and stuff like that. So, it's pub feed and a few orange juices or whatever for the people who don't drink, Chris. That's for you, mate. Almost 6 months. He's getting there.
He's getting there.
You're almost able to have a beer by the next Coasties game, I'd say.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, as I said, the Coasties having a dig, thinking it's all, again, it's all about their la-di-da. And, look, at the end of the day, he was your coach. He was, your
mayor.
Your mayor and everything that went with it and stuff like that. And I dare say I don't believe he's got a bad bone or any,
ill will.
Yeah, with the town and so forth. At the end of the day, you wanted a new challenge. You can't be mayor forever, and you can't be coach forever. And the Jets come knocking, so he took it. And I'm pretty sure if any other club come knocking, I don't think he would have knocked them back. So it's just just the way he is. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's just a bit of jealousy and a bit salty because she's know how good a bloke he is and how open he, everything's about the fans and obviously the community and stuff like that.
And you let him walk away.
Yeah, that's it. It's not anything. It's more of a walk away sort of thing. It's, I personally, between me and that, I think he'd had enough at the Coast. He played and, he played in Newcastle, obviously. So he's from around sort of area. And he played for the KV United and Breakers and all that sort of stuff. So he was always going to stay in this sort of vicinity, and I gathered he figured he'd done enough down the coast and we'll move up the F3 and, new chapter, new beginning. So thank God he did.
Yeah, 100%.
And suck shit to the coast, We'll move on. And at the end of the day, come 12 o'clock, I'll be smashing beers. Don't worry about that. So I'll be drinking them for you, Laurie. Don't feel sorry.
I unfortunately have a family engagement during that time, but I'll be sitting on my phone watching the game.
At 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yep.
Oh, bugger. So obviously 12 o'clock at the pub. Sid Fogg have got a promotion at the moment. I think it is $20 return bus ride leaving from the stadium, drops you at the stadium, and then back to McDonald Jones, obviously, once the game's done. So that's obviously another way of getting down there. Obviously, or you can jump on the train with me and a few of the other boys. I'm sure we'll do a bit of pre-game stuff as well, obviously with a few old faces there that we haven't seen in a while.
Oh, yeah.
For once. So it'd be good to see him finally at a game. Doesn't come the best days. Thinks he's better than the club.
Who are you on about?
Loudy.
Oh, Loudy.
just rocks up when he feels like it. Feels like he buys his membership. That's enough. Probably is enough, to be fair, but
it's more than some.
It's not an away day as far as I'm concerned. So it'll be good to see him and so forth. But yeah, get down in numbers. Obviously, Laurie is expecting at least 4,000 to 5,000 travelling fans, which with over 11,000 members, don't see why not. It's a Sunday afternoon, which is a bit unfortunate, but at the same time, day before Christmas Eve, so there won't be many blokes or boys and girls going to work on the Monday.
I have to.
Unfortunately, I will, but yeah,
I will be too.
I dare say there'll be plenty coming down that won't have to. So feel free, get on the sauce. If not, make the wife drive.
That's all right. She can drive. I'll take some sauce with me.
Take the sauce bottles. Take the spoons. That's it.
Yeah, I'll pinch the sauce bottles.
Pinch the sauce bottles. Credit to that bloke last year who brought all those friggin' the sauces and gravies and.
Oh yes.
Like seriously, and then it was a funny away day. They always are. They always turn into a funny away day, and obviously security and that having a soot can't do anything.
Yeah. They're just weak.
To Vandenberg, mate, if you come up, I'd love to know your thoughts with how we're going to say Andrew Houle, considering we can't say his name from last year. We weren't allowed to say it last year, so I doubt we'll be able to slander his name this year.
Oh, we'll find a way. Matty always finds a way. It's
got to be so. Just want to know calling this year.
Matty always finds a way.
Absolutely, the man of mysteries, the friggin' bloke gets at every bloody game. The biggest.
Yeah, I saw him. He snuck his way into the City game the other week, and I shook his hand and said, "How are you, mate?" And always do me a bit. And he always comes up and says hello as well.
Absolutely, he always does his club, which is good to see. So, you can't take that away from him, whether he's, living in Sydney, I think, these days. So, a little bit less travel for him this week. It'd be good for him.
Well, it might be a little bit of easier travel for him anyway.
That's
Sydney's pretty
mate.
central to everything flight-wise.
Well, last year, we went first one, and I think you put some money over the bar. So, if you're feeling that generous, muchly appreciated. Drink responsibly, as Laurie would say. We don't want to make fools of ourselves.
Yeah.
So maybe give Loudy a water. But yeah, so what do you reckon the score's going to be, mate?
Mate, I reckon we're gonna get some goals finally.
Finally,
Yeah, I'm not gonna go the Bodie special because I don't think we're that safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 3-1 win to the Jets.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking myself. So I'll go a 2-1 victory. I think, as I said, you can't, as poor as the Coast are playing at the moment, and at the same time, we're not playing fantastic. I dare say they're going to step up for this game and they're going to throw everything at it.
It's more. They've actually got a striker with some pedigree who, in the right situation in front of goal, if you fall asleep at the ball in the back line, and then he'll take his chance and Matty Simon will bury it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's exactly right, 100%. 100%. He doesn't score many, as far as I'm concerned, for a striker.
Connor Payne likes to pop up and give us a bit of hassle sometimes too.
Connor Payne, wow.
Connor Payne likes to be a pain.
At the end of the day, mate, as I said, I don't think you really care what the score is. We win 8-2 again or 1-0, I don't care. As long as we
I don't care as long as we win. 3
points before Christmas is what we need. I don't care what they do to get it. Hopefully the VAR and the referee can stay out of it.
Yeah.
And just let the teams play.
Yeah. If not, I'm going to man that cannon and aim it straight into the coastie stands.
That's it, mate. That's exactly it. Get the tape out, get the headgear out, and the Central Coast keeper, which isn't Ben Kennedy this week. It'll be
Pierce.
Nah, is it Pierce or is it the other bloke?
No, it'll be Pierce.
All right, out. So we'll go with Pierce then. So yeah, not that I expect O'Donovan to go headhunting in his first game back, but
No, I think he play it rather. Cool this week.
Yeah, as I said,
he'll be about and cause some trouble because he likes to rough and tumble with the Coast.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, as I said, he'll be fired up.
It's a shame though that the two hotheads, the two hotheads of this game are playing at opposite ends to each other. They're both strikers.
True.
Because I'd love to see a scrap between O'Donovan and Matty Simon.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure. I don't know. Was Simon there with O'Donovan before he went to Sydney? He might have been. He might have been there just before. They might have played together. Coach.
O'Donovan would have hit the pine by the time friggin' Matty Simon got off it when he was playing at Sydney.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, as I said, I'll try and get a bit of content up, obviously, on my Facebook page. So be sure to stay tuned and check that stuff out as well. Ben's obviously going 3-1 victory. I'm going to go 2-1. Other than that, mate, pretty much it. We know the tale of the tape. We know what's expected, obviously, of the boys, and I dare say Ernie's gone in there and absolutely had his 2 bobs worth and said how much of importance it is.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, though,
it's not just another game.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Did you hear that? You hear that, Jonesy?
In saying that, though, I stress enough. Fox Sports, if I hear any of you guys referring this derby as the M1 derby, I will lose my shit. You will get an email or a tweet or something very... I'm sure I probably won't be the only one. But, yeah, it's the F3 derby. It always will be. And you can call the highway whatever the hell you want. But it's been an F3 derby since day one. So can we
what it is, mate,
call it that, please?
You're in our neck of the woods. You call it what we call it.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll move on, obviously, from trees and the sauce bottles and the friggin'
Cannons.
everything, the cannons, all overlooking the beautiful water.
Yeah.
And we'll dive into the EPL tips as of the current round.
Are we giving ours tonight as well?
Unfortunately, Chris and Lockie ended up giving me their tips. They're a bit slack these days, so I seem like I have to chase them up every week. Guys, Wednesday 5 p.m. By 5 p.m. Wednesday, I need those tips, guys.
Hey! Don't tell me about trying to wrangle people.
Yeah, I'm not. Do I think I said I was talking to you?
No, I'm referring to Len, but anyway.
Yeah. You don't have to give me your tips, mate. You're always here. I'm going to try and sort out a time with Chris to get him on here and do some content. Lockie's obviously gets on here whenever he sort of can find 5 minutes. Loves the microphone, so we'll get him on shortly, I'm sure. But as of this round, mate, do you want to take a stab at? We'll go from last to first. Who do you reckon is losing?
You.
Well,
no, that'll be me then, judging by that response.
No, I am.
But you're on equal last with me.
But I'm an equal last with Lockie.
Oh, okay.
So Lockie and I are both on 60 points.
Yeah.
You are then sitting second.
Oh, I'll take that.
On 61.
Oh!
And obviously the leader is all Chris with the draw maestro. The draw maestro. Loves his draws.
I can never get them.
Yeah, I know. And he seems to do it every. It doesn't matter if it's the EPL or the tipping competitions. Does it every bloody time. Obviously helping him on his way. It's definitely not Everton. 67 points.
Wow, he's leaving us behind.
So he's definitely on a mission. So yeah, need to catch him ASAP. A few more Everton tips would be good, mate. So, well, just don't tip Liverpool each week. You'll lose money there. But yeah, so obviously good on him. 67, Ben on 61, as I said, and Lockie and I on 60. We'll chase down Ben, but I don't think we've got a chance of chasing down Chris, unless if he gets to put his tips in.
Aha!
So
if you don't put your tips in, don't you just automatically get the away team?
Well, we can do that. We can definitely do that. So we might do that this week. So, but we'll make it clear, because as I know the guys do listen to the channel. We'll make it clear. 5 p.m. by Wednesday afternoon. I need those tips in.
Unless you're me.
Unless you are obviously joining me on the show, on that week's episode, where you don't have to, and you can tell me and tell everybody else what your tips are. But yeah, so we won't go into the tips this week, mate. We'll sort of start wrapping it up. Have you got anything to add, mate? Jets, obviously the women off this week, so no game for them. Hope the injury crisis is real at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
It's hitting the women bloody hard. So the bye, whatever you want to call it, couldn't have come at a better time. So
yeah, it came out. When was it? Last week. When was it? No, earlier this week. Sorry, on the Tuesday. Some very worrying news for our Jet women.
Yeah, wow.
After the Perth Glory clash, that our American import Taylor Smith,
that's the one,
has done her ACL.
ACL, yeah, it's 12 months gone. So yeah, should be definitely gone there. I don't know who's more upset at that. Obviously, the America or the Jets.
I dare say Washington Spirit aren't too happy.
No, I dare say not. She's a pretty big deal for them over there in their competition. So that'll be a big loss over there for them. And obviously in the Women's Cup, or World Cup or whatever it is, coming up next year. So
yeah.
So speedy recovery, hopefully. So I dare say she'll be jetting back to America, I suppose, for treatment and everything else. So
it's all right as long as in 12 months' time she jets herself back to the Jets.
Too right. Absolutely. I dare say
Classy
you are.
lass. Classy lass. Very handy player.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, I think that's going to do us, mate. You can think of.
No, that means I'll just have to submit my tips to you in word form now, don't I?
Just for this week, mate. That's all I need.
But it's past Wednesday, 5 p.m.
That's right, mate, because you're here.
I'll message them to you now.
I've got a message here earlier this morning saying, "Hey, mate, I'll see if I can make it on. If not, I will submit you those tips soon." So that was at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
He said he was a bit behind flat out today, so he's definitely just most likely forgotten. And Lockie, he's got everything on his mind. He's got the bloody. Well, he's now engaged. He's got the baby. February, Christmas, everything else, work. Yeah, so it's all good. He can have the away tips this week. Hopefully, Liverpool are playing away, eh?
They are. Can confirm.
They are at Wolves tomorrow morning, I think, 7 o'clock.
Unfortunately, though, I don't think he's going to get Leicester over Chelsea or Crystal Palace over Man City.
No, who's United got?
They're away to Cardiff.
Away to Cardiff. Well, Ollie Gunnar.
And because he gets the away teams, he's not going to get Everton. He's going to get Spurs over Everton.
No, he's winning there. But that's an interesting one. Obviously, Ollie Gunnar taking over United there.
Now, can we just state on the record on YouTube that I called that Mourinho would not last until January after the first round of the EPL on a Lencast?
I do believe it's there. So if you want to confirm all that, be sure to go over there and check the Len network out.
Nice segue, hey.
And have a look at it. Yes, I think it was episode 1 of the EPL. We'll find it and we'll put it up somewhere. The actual episode. Go check it out. You can hear Ben clear as day say it. So, as you said, into that. So we will say, mate, special thanks to yourself for being here once again, giving up your time.
That's all right, mate.
Considering you had plenty of it, considering you knocked off at 12 o'clock.
I still need to record content, but anyway, I'll be doing that for the next 2 days.
Big thanks, obviously, Primax Sports Castle, as I said, Chris's YouTube channel and sports channel. So go over and check all that stuff out. He's doing the cricket at the moment. See all the summer sports. Be sure to go check that stuff out. Obviously, we've already said Ben, Corner Flag Games. Can confirm, as he was saying just then, doing content, he has started up a new simulation SmackDown. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And obviously, we'll be that one. Can't wait for that one.
Oh, yeah. It's a very left from centre one, but yeah, it's back on the radar again.
Coming up. So, be sure to go check. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Plenty of viewers over there. So, obviously, you can tell by obviously how many viewers he's got, how good his stuff is. So, the viewers like it. So, be sure to go check that stuff out. The Newcastle Jets, once again, and obviously everyone in at Laurie McKenna. And the guys, thank you again for everything you do. Thanks again for the signed flag I got the other day from his. Muchly appreciated. Even though I did have to beg him to sign it. He thought he got away with that sign it, but as the viewers can't do it with these guys. Thanks for obviously listening to Ben and I ramble on for as long as we have this season, and obviously this year. I believe we'll have one before the year's out this week, so we won't say have a good New Year, but we will say have a good mate.
Have a good
Getting
Chrissy,
up much.
Yeah.
Getting up much.
Home for Christmas Day. Out to Willie Beach for Boxing Day.
Beautiful.
I think that's all that's planned for the moment. And work in between that because I only get the main days off.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, feel your punch down to mum's, obviously, after we do the presents here and traditional Christmas morning breakfast down there. And then my sister and her boyfriend's place for lunch. And whilst we're having lunch, Christy will be working. So have fun with that.
Fantastic.
And back to ours for tea. So we'll speak next week obviously and dissect the Coast game and the game I believe on the 30th, which is against Adelaide.
Wee.
So very interesting one. But yes, so yeah. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I will before we finish up. By the time this one comes out, we will be doing a special with Robbie from obviously the Red Army, Ben, and myself in virtually dissecting. It's going to be on the Let's Network special. As I said, we haven't done much over there recently. Everyone's been pretty flat out and busy and so forth. So Ben and I'll speak how we're going to work that out, whether we just put it up on my channel and pretty much just class it as Len. And we will dive the what I was going to say, the expansion, big expansion.
Yes.
Will be happening. I have been asked so many questions about what my thoughts are and so forth. And as I said, I wasn't going to repeat myself. I would vent and say everything I have to say, obviously on YouTube. And yeah, so stick around for that. It's going to be very interesting. Ben's and I have got some very interesting views, and Robbie, well, let's just say he's not very impressed. But we'll leave it at that. Be sure to check. It will be obviously up on my channel and Ben's channel. We will send links and so forth in regards to it. Yeah, it's going to be a good one to watch. Plenty of vent, and obviously we'll talk a little bit about the Socceroos selection for obviously the ACL and Moyes selection as well. So, yeah, thanks again, mate.
Easy done, mate. Anytime. It's an absolute pleasure.
No worries, guys. Be sure to check out obviously like, and obviously all the other guys I've mentioned as well's content. And yeah, we can't. So till next week. This week we can say it loud and we hate
Coast Scum!
See you guys.
Coming like a Hellcat.